Welcome back to Chamber Connection. I am joined now by Linda Wilder, the administrator at Silverado. Linda, I know you're new to the facility in June because it hasn't even opened yet, and we're expecting by the time the viewers at home see this, you'll have your first resident moved in. So why don't we let everybody know what is Silverado and the history behind the facility?
Well, thanks for asking, Mike. Silverado is a senior living community that provides help for residents who have memory loss, including dementia. It's a state-of-the-art community that's starting to take its first resident, probably the first week in November, and it's located right on Brookdale Road.
Yeah. A beautiful facility. I've seen the construction happening and a lot of the renderings. It's very home-like, it seems, and I think that must have something to do, I would imagine, with the care that's facilitated, and how important is that setting to a person suffering through Alzheimer's, dementia, and other memory impairments.
You're right, Mike. It is a very difficult time in the lives of family members and obviously the resident who's experiencing some form of memory loss. And we really focus on building the spirit within ourselves. And we do that by providing care that's what everyone would want, and with dignity. Everybody wants to have a purpose in life.
Sure.
I bet when you get up, Mike, you say the same thing. Okay,
absolutely.
what am I supposed to be doing today? And so we really try to zero in on that with each individual resident and give them the opportunity to continue to find purpose in their life.
And is it a full schedule of activities, and do you go out on excursions and things? I mean, and is the family able to interact and be engaged in that process as well?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that. That is one of the trademarks of Silverado, is that we welcome pets into our community. One of our communities has about 20 cats and dogs.
Wow.
Residents can bring them with them when they move in, or we just somehow get some of those cats and dogs through donations, and the exchange between the resident and the animal is truly unique.
Is Silverado unique to Naperville, or is this around the facilities around the country? The folks at home that maybe they're considering they have somebody, a parent, a grandmother that they're looking to do something with. Why Silverado? What's the track record? Okay,
well, Silverado is going to have 33 communities throughout the U.S. In 8 states, and here in Illinois, there are 3 other sister communities. One in Lake Zurich, one in Highland Park, and one in Morton Grove. So, we're having the opportunity to touch the lives of so many people.
What's the recruitment like? What's the characteristics of a typical staff member at Silverado?
Well, that's another distinguishing
Obviously, we know
factor.
The administrator is fantastic.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I've been a resident of Naperville for over 20 years.
So, great.
I've got that blood in me that you get when living in Naperville.
Absolutely, yeah.
But what I was going to say was that we do extensive background checks, including integrity testing, which is quite unusual. This integrity testing rules out those individuals, or rules in those individuals that fit with our culture and have the same values. And so as a result of that, we have low turnover, staff or associate turnover. Staff and associates, they feel like they're part of a family because their values and their culture system within them matches. And if you've got happy staff and associates, you have happy residents and family members.
And what are the kind of staff positions that, nursing care, obviously aides and clerical administrative, but what's the plethora of opportunities available to people, and how much staff for those 90 residents?
Okay. By the end of 2014, we should have about 35 staff members.
Wow, okay.
All the way from our housekeeping to laundry, dietary, culinary is really what we call it, as well as sales associates, business manager. There's lots of opportunities and a great environment to be working in. I'd also want to say that we spend a lot of time training our staff. I think that's really important to provide ongoing training.
Absolutely.
With that, they become more knowledgeable leaders and can go out into the community and help us eliminate the stigma that goes with suffering from some form of dementia. That's the part about changing the world that we're focusing on.
Well, I think that's an absolutely great mission, and we're welcoming you to the community. How excited are you to get started, and what's the process going to be like? So if folks are at home and they're wondering how to get engaged with Silverado, are there partnerships through the hospitals or medical services, or do they just call you directly?
Good question. We are developing all those partnerships with providers in the area, but we also have a wonderful website. It's called silveradocare.com.
Okay, and that'll flash across the screen for the folks at home.
Okay, and that information is a great place to start. There is a phone number there, and most likely it will be me answering your call.
And I think one of the things that oftentimes may deter people is costs. Is this insurance, Medicare, privately paid? What are the arrangements and opportunities for people?
Okay, this organization is private pay, which does include the opportunity to use your long-term care insurance.
Excellent.
So we will help any resident or family member with that processing.
Well, that's great to hear, and I think it's obviously it shows the full circle of what goes on over there at Silverado. And Linda, thank you for being here with us today at Chamber Connection, and thank you for being one of our 1,500 members and growing, and the wonderful service that you're going to bring to the Naperville community. So again, Mike Evans with Chamber Connection, and we were joined today by Linda Wilder, the administrator at Silverado.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back.